Hi guys, Rishi Sunak's administration just goes from strength to strength. First we had the Home Secretary who had been fired or resigned, as you prefer, under the previous government because she had breached the ministerial code, to be rehired back into her job as top dog at the Home Office. Now you have Nadhim Zahawi, the Tory party chair, and his dodgy tax return scandal where he ended up paying a fine and settling with HMRC for a 7-figure sum. And now you have the Labour Party who are having a great time of this as they see another nail in the coffin of Rishi Sunak's precarious premiership.
He was Chancellor of the Exchequer, responsible for Britain's tax affairs and tax collection, the taxes that we now find that he wasn't so keen to pay himself. So if the Prime Minister wants to stick by his commitment for integrity, honesty and professionalism, he should do the right thing and sack Nadhim Zahawi.
Have you been honest about your tax affairs, Mr Zahawi?
But as Mr Zahawi continued to face questions about his tax affairs, he was backed by a senior cabinet colleague.
I can't speak for the personal tax affairs of a colleague, but what I would say is that Nadhim has been very clear that he's paid all the tax that he's owed, that he's paid it on time, that there's nothing outstanding due, and I think that's, of course, right and proper.
But tax experts say Mr Zahawi should have been more careful.
For me, that's quite poor anyway. I expect my clients to take care when they give me information and when they declare their income and their capital gains to me. And I think that's what we should expect of everyone, not least a government minister.
It doesn't look very good, does it? You have people who are struggling to pay their bills. You have people who are struggling to feed their families, and they're here and they're opening their newspapers or they're turning on their TVs and they're seeing a government minister or the chairman of the Conservative Party dodging his taxes. Now, eventually he paid them, but he had to pay a fine because he either didn't pay them on time or whatever. Zahawi gave the excuse that he didn't know it was to do with his dad or something like that. But it's a very bad look. And, you know, Rishi Sunak has already enough problems on his plate. He's been accused, well, he's paid a fine. He's been given a fixed penalty notice over not wearing a seatbelt. Although I think this is something that will just disappear over a very short period of time. But this is where the, you know, members of government are not paying their taxes. This really rubs the public the wrong way because people can't escape that. They can't afford very expensive accountants. They can't, you know, funnel money into offshore bank accounts. They have to pay their taxes. And this, I think, really upsets people. I think a lot of people are going to look at this and go, you know, there's one rule for us and another rule for them. They're able to avoid these things, and they are the ones who are writing the rules. They are government ministers. The fact that Nadhim Zahawi is paying it is good. He's not completely getting away with it. But I do think it leaves a very bad taste in most of the public's mouths. Of course, you have your Tory voters and Tory supporters who will back them no matter what. But in some extra bad news here from TLDR, it says Nadhim Zahawi was blocked from receiving a knighthood over questions about his tax affairs, The Sun has learnt. Zahawi was reportedly set to be knighted in the New Year's honours list, but was dropped when Cabinet Office officials contacted HMRC. If he had paid his taxes on time, he'd be probably Sir Nadhim Zahawi sometime soon, but that's not going to happen. As the Labour Party said, he should resign, and if he doesn't resign, Rishi Sunak should fire him. But I think if he does go, he would probably resign. It won't be a case of the Prime Minister sacking him. That would look too bad. But we will have to wait and see. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.